Hello, good evening, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, today we are going to start the next part of our video, that is human excretory system. And of class 11th, we are going to talk about today a very important question, urine formation. I have already discussed with you that kidneys are the main important part of excretory system. Inside the kidneys we have nephron, which are called as structural and functional unit of kidneys. So today we will talk about the urine formations. So when we talk about this urine formation in human beings involves three main steps. So these steps are glomerular filtration, reabsorption and secretion. The first step in the urine formation is the filtration of the blood. So which is carried out by the glomerulus. You know that glomerulus is a tissue network, is a capillary network which is formed by afferent and efferent arterioles which help in the filtration. So and is called as glomerular filtration. On an average 1100 to 1200 milliliter of blood is filtered by the kidney per minute, which constitutes regularly one-fifth of the blood pumped out by each ventricle in 1 minute. The glomerular capillary blood pressure causes the filtration of the blood through the three layers which are present there: endothelium of glomerular, the blood vessels, the epithelium of Bowman capsule, and the basement membrane between them. Blood is filtered so finely through these membranes. So, when blood is filtered through these membranes, that almost all the constituents of the plasma except protein pass onto the lumen of Bowman capsule. Therefore, it is considered as a process of ultrafiltration. The amount of the filtrate which is formed by the kidney per minute is called glomerular filtration rate, or we call it as GFR. In a healthy individual, approximately 125 ml per minute, or we can say 180 liter per day. Imagine this is 180 liter per day. The kidney have inbuilt mechanism for the regulation of glomerular filtration rate. One such mechanism is carried out by an apparatus which is called a juxtaglomerular apparatus, JGA. You can see here in my slide, and it is carried out by the special region formed by a cellular modification in the distal convoluted tubule and the afferent arteriole. A fall in the GFR activates the JG to release renin, which can stimulate the glomerular blood flow and GRF back to the normal. A comparison of filtrate 180 liter per day with urine formed 1.5 liter suggests nearly 99% of the filtrate is reabsorbed, and this is called as reabsorption. Substances like, we can say, the important substances like glucose, Na plus ion extra are reabsorbed actively, and the nitrogenous waste are absorbed by the passive transport. During the urine formation, tubular cells secrete the substances like hydrogen ion, K plus ion and the ammonia into the filtrates. It maintains the ionic and acidic balance in the body fluids. So this is a very important steps when we talk about the formation of urine. Then we have, what is the function of these tubules? As we know that nephron is a tubular structure which consists of important parts, as I have already told you. One is Bowman capsule. From Bowman capsule it goes to PCT, which is proximal convoluted tubule. Then a loop of Henle, U-shaped, hairpin shaped loop of Henle. Then distal convoluted tubule, and we know that last one is collecting duct. So what is the function of these tubules? When we talk about the function of these tubules, simply we say PCT is lined by simple cuboidal brush border epithelium which increase the surface area for reabsorption. So here we say approximately 70 to 80% of the electrolytes and water are reabsorbed in this. When we talk about Henle loop, Reabsorption in this segment is minimum. It plays important role in maintaining high osmolarity. ये बहुत important है for maintaining the osmolarity of the medullary interstitial fluid. The descending limb of loop of Henle is permeable to water, but almost impermeable to electrolyte. This concentrates the filtrate as it moves down. The descending limb does not absorb the sodium ion, but the ascending limb is impermeable to water, but permeable to potassium ion, chloride ions and sodium ions. So partially permeable to urea, therefore it gets diluted. Then we come to next part, that is distal convoluted tubule. So when we talk about distal convoluted tubule, there is active reabsorption of the sodium ions from the filtrate, and water is also reabsorbed. Secretion of potassium, hydrogen ion, ammonium ion, chlorine ion, carbonate ion is also takes place. Then we have collecting duct. So this is a long extended from the cortex of the kidney to the inner part of the medulla. The large amount of water could be reabsorbed from this region, produce a concentrated urine. This segment allows the passage of small amount of urea to the medullary interstitium to keep up the osmolarity. It also plays a very important role in maintenance of pH and ionic balance, you can see in this slide. Then we have mechanism of concentration of the filtrate. So when we talk about mammals, they have ability to produce concentrated urine. So there is a different type of mechanism, Henle loop and vasa recta. They plays a significant role. The flow of filtrate in two limbs of Henle loop is in opposite direction and thus form a counter current mechanism. The flow of blood through the two limbs of a vasa recta is also in a counter current pattern. So there is a gradient is maintained which increase the osmolarity. When we talk about this osmolarity, you can see here 300 milliosmol per liter to 1200 milliosmol per liter in the inner medulla. So this gradient mainly caused by NaCl and urea. NaCl is transported by ascending limb of the Henle, which exchange with the descending limb of vasa recta. So this is how this counter current mechanism will take place that we have discussed, and the mechanism which help to maintain the concentration gradient in the medullary interstitium is also human kidney can produce urine nearly 4 times concentrated than the initial filtrate which is formed. So this is how the urine is formed in a concentrated manner. In the next slide we will talk about regulation of the kidney functions, role of hormones in the urine formation, and there are some disorders which are also related to the excretory system. Thank you so much.